Hi, welcome to the series on Don't Be Afraid of Your Serger. So this here is a common serger. It is a Burnett by Bernina Funlock 004. Now this is the overlocker I've had for a very long time. They don't seem to die. I don't need one with fancy digital controls or anything. I picked this one up second hand actually, and it works just fine. It has all the features I need and plus lots more that I don't use. Okay, so the first part about this, everyone is absolutely daunted by the fact of threading these. Now, if you thread them with a neutral colour, say if you sew with a lot of white, you thread it with white. If you sew with a lot of black, you thread it with black. So, but yes, you can change the thread if you like. You can just tie the threads together up here at the mast. So you cut your threads, you tie them on and you pull it through to thread it. Now I've completely unthreaded my machine so that you guys can see a completely unthreaded machine. Don't mind the dust or the scraps of thread. It just means it's well loved. And in here is all the working components. My knife is a little bit rusty, but that's okay. I clean it up with some alcohol. In Australia, we call it methylated spirits. Down here is all your threading guides. This is your threading diagram. So this is how you would thread. Sorry for the shakes, I'm a very shaky person. This is how you thread this machine. Basic threading is easy. Now people think that these are scary. There is nothing scary about a serger. There is nothing scary about one of these. I use mine for everything. You can just about give away with your zigzagging on garments and stuff. You just have this set up all the time and you just whip it through. It goes really fast. It has a foot pedal like a sewing machine. So there's nothing new about that. It has a turning wheel to turn the cams so that the wheel turns. There's an on-off switch. There's the plug for where you put in your foot pedal. It has a light. Okay. Now let's talk about threading. To thread your overlocker, or serger if you're American, you put your cone of thread on the back, you follow it up through the guides on the guide mast, you go down to the machine, you go through the little nooks there, you come back to the tension dials, and then you go through your needle holes. You do your needles last. So there's the needles in there. In there are the needles. I've only got one in because I use it for 3-thread overlock more than I use 4-thread overlock. And in here is where you thread your loopers. I've got that looper just threaded with that bit of thread so you can see that thread travels through there. Here are your tension dials. When you get this set by the service person, they'll set it to the right tension and you really don't need to change it, only if a stitch is loose or whatever. This is your presser tension here. Unless you're doing something really drastic that you have to change it, like really, really thin silk, you don't have to change it. But other than that, it's really easy to thread. I'm not going to show you how to thread it, but don't be scared. There's a little diagram here. But it's different for everyone. But this is how we thread an overlocker. And I will leave you with that and I will be back shortly. Hi again, this is a short clip on how the overlocker works. So your needle thread goes down in there. And you have two loopers. You have an upper and a lower looper. So if I put you down here, that there, I'm touching with my finger, that is the upper looper. And there's one down in underneath as well that carries the thread up and around. So that is how it loops your thread. So that goes around the fabric and makes a sealed edge.